Hello everyone, welcome back to Python School. In this video, we are going to learn one of the most important data structures in Python called dictionaries. If you ever looked at a JSON object in a web browser, you have already seen what we are about to discuss. Today, we master the dictionary. In Python, a dictionary is how we represent key value data. While a list is just a sequence of items, a dictionary gives every item a name. It is the difference between a pile of unnamed books and a library with a catalog. In FastAPI, dictionaries are the bread and butter of how we send and receive data. So, how we define dictionary? We define a dictionary using curly braces, just like a set. However, inside we pair a key with a value using a colon. Think of the key as the word in a real dictionary and the value as its definition. So, now write me a dictionary data structures. Okay, so if I declare user with name Alice, age 30, city New York. Okay, so this is basically a dictionary data structures. The key must be unique, usually a string, and the value can be anything, a number, a list, or even dictionary. So how we can access and handling dictionary data? To get data out of dictionary, we don't need to use the indexing like 0 or 1 that we used in list items. We use the key name. Let me show you how we can access data from dictionary. So if I want to access username, what I have to do is I have to just access the user, and then I have to put the key value. I mean, put the key name here. So what is the key? It's the name that I want to access. So if I run this program, it will basically show me the value of name, show me the value of key. For key name, it's Alice. So let me run the program. lesson3.py. You see, it's Alice. We can access also age. It should show output 30 because we accessing this key. Okay, but what if the key does not exist? If I try to access something like password, okay, it will give us an error because it does not exist in our dictionary. So you see, it's creating an error. In a professional API, we can't have our server crashing just because data is missing. According to the Python documentation, the safest way to access data is the get is using the get method. So let me show you how we can use the get method. So the get method returns the value for a key if the key is in the dictionary. If not, it returns a default value. So the definition of the get method is something like that. So key or default. Yes, it's it's default, and it's by default it's none. Okay, so let me show you how we can use the get method. So if I want to access print dot user dot get, I want to access the name. Okay, I want to access the name. So if now I run the function once again, you see it's accessing the name correctly. But if I pass something that is not here, and I also pass a default value that is not found, so what it does, it will not give us any error, rather than it will give us not found by default. You see, it's showing it's written not found. Dictionaries are mutable, meaning we can change them on the fly. This is how you update a user's profile in your FastAPI application. So let me show you how I can change the values. For example, if I want to change the age value, so let me show you. If I want to change the age value, I what I have to do, I have to just use the key age. Okay, and I put the new value is 31. Okay, so now if I print the same user dot get dot age. Okay, so what it does, it will show you the new value that we just changed. You see, it's 31. If I change it here 37 and run the program again, it's changed the value 37. So it's mutable, and we can change the dictionary values. Now if you need to remove something, the documentation points us to use the pop method. So how pop method works? So the definition is for the pop method is this. So key and so like this. So if I want to pop city, for example, and now if I run, if I print user, so if I print user, it will show you that the city is not there. You see, city is not there. Okay, so how the this is how the pop method is used if you want to remove something from the dictionary. So now the question is, why dictionaries are the heart of FastAPI? When you build an endpoint in FastAPI, you will often return a dictionary. FastAPI automatically takes the dictionary and converts it into a JSON string for the browser to read. So like if you understand dictionaries, you understand how data moves across the internet. It is bridge between your Python code and the user's screen. So yeah, that's all from today. I think we'll learn more new topics in the next lectures. See you.